City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city. I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. People, today we're going to be talking about the brand new Ecamm Live 4.0 beta that just dropped. And then there we go. There it is. Yes, I see Paul has cranked up a nice poll. Thank you there, Mr. Dunkinator. Appreciate you, family. That's in there. It was weird. I was looking at the, I put you guys over here on this little portable monitor so I could check in and see just in case something goes wrong. And it wasn't showing me the chat. So that was kind of driving me kind of crooked for a second, but I think I have figured it out. It looks to be all good in the hood. So let's come over here. What we're going to do is we're going to do some live demo type things. And I also set up some things I won't be able to show you with this computer because we are live. So I also set up this little M2 MacBook Air over here to also show what's on the old Ecamm so we can walk through. And then I got my super dope list of things coming through. And the best thing is when you guys get the spam risk joints. Like, I absolutely love that. Thank you, spam people, for calling us when we're live. So we're going to dive in. Of course, gang, this is wide open. You can ask your questions here and there. So if you have questions, just drop them in the old chatty chat. And then, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to open up the old Discord over here so that in case Paul is like trying to tell me, hey, dude, something's broken, I can hear him. So let me mute that real quick and then pop open the old Discord. Yeah, man, it's been a day. It's pouring down, raining outside, but hey, pretty amazing rainbow popping off. So sometimes you got to take those lemons and then make limoncello. Lemonade? That's so 1926. We're going to make limoncello with the lemons today. So let's go for it. All best laid plans. Like, I absolutely love it. Because Universal Control is in beta also. So it decides to stop working when I need it to work the most. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about creating your thing. We don't need that. What we need to do is bring up a new. Actually, you know what? Let's just start with a whole brand new joint ski. This will probably be a little bit easier if we take that and then let's see. There's the studio. Okay. Hey, this is cool. The MacBook Air is not showing up with the NDI. Oh, I know why. It jumped on the wrong network. Hey, when it happens, give me a second, people. Let me make sure I connect it to the proper network, and then we'll be good to go. And then we should be good to go. No. Hope everything is going much smoother in your neighborhood. Like, I don't know, mine's is straight tripping. And of course, being a MacBook Air, it's funny because being a desktop person, not having not using laptop on a regular basis like this for a long time is actually weird to get back into the swing of things of the old laptop life because it just wasn't me. Here we go. There we go. What's up, MacBook Air people? How y'all doing? All right, so it's going to be trippy, but let me show you a couple of things that have changed around here while we look in here. So one of the things that's really cool is in this particular setup here, when you want to go create a brand new showgram, you're going to click on new here. And in this area, we've got multi-streaming. This is something that everybody has been wanting, praying for, hoping that they would get it. And now you can come in here and you can see right there, I have the old Facebook account set up. If I wanted to add another destination, I could pop here, new destination, say the old tubes of you. It's going to ask me to do the googly signing in type things. Hopefully it remembered. Always allow. Let's see. There's just a one password type thing. Hopefully it will remember all of what I have, and then it'll pick up without me doing a bunch of unnecessary things. And then sometimes Google is a pain in the butt. Sometimes it just works. Today it just worked. So now that is there. I've just added another destination. You can add up to 10 destinations. Yeah, we're going to have a talk about this multi-streaming thing in a second. But what I want you to see is you notice down here on the bottom, it has stated that I can, with the speed that is currently picking up off the Wi-Fi on this notebook, I'm okay with this particular two pieces, right? Because what's really cool about the new version is they've added a speed test in here. Now, before we go further into speaking on said speed test, let me point out some things. This is an Apple official built into, Xcode or whatever, like how you build Apple apps. And it's different from your standard Ookla speed test, right? Let me open it up on here. Okay. Ookla speed test. So if you go to speedtest.net, actually the net version isn't as well optimized as the, what you call this thing here. This is a real deal Holyfield version. So let me see if I can do that. Come over here, go speed test. Yes, and then boof this up like such. like such, and then give it a little embiggination. Bam. This is the real deal Holyfield speed test. You can get this from the Apple Store. The web version aren't as good as like doing it from here. But if you click this speed test, it's going to be weird because we're live, of course, and we're streaming in 4K. So I'm really curious as to how dumb this is going to come out. It also might mess up the stream for a second, but it's going to give you your download speeds, and then it's going to turn around and give you your upload speeds. And I think this kind of messes people up when it comes to streaming, because that's not how streaming works. Streaming doesn't download and then upload, or just only upload. It's bi-directional, right? So the speed test that is now built into the Ecamm 4.0 sucker, that is a bi-directional test. It's going to give you the real deal Holyfield, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. And, it's pretty good. So my thing is supposed to be 50 right now, but I'm using a chunk of it to stream to you. So I'm supposed to be 400 down, 50 up. That's about what I get on average. So we go. But I just want to let you know that the speed testing here might not be the same as you see if you're rocking a speed test, something like that. Okay. All right. So if we peep back over to Cha, you can see that as I added another platform, it's there. Now, when you roll down this little curly Q, it gives you different platform options. So, of course, we like to rock low latency. And then if you're doing something for kids, you got to check that button. If you click on the Facebook one, you're going to get, some different options if there's platform options available. You can add up to 10. And I strongly don't suggest you do that, but you can if you want to. Now, again, I'm going to explain to you, it is in my professional opinion, there are cases where multi-streaming is good. For the most part, though, multi-streaming is bad. I know everybody got their feelings about that, but I'm here to tell you feelings ain't facts. So I'm not going to go by what I feel. I'm going to go by what is factual. Yes, I do feel like it might help you grow your audience, but everything has a cost to it. So one of the disadvantages of multi-streaming is a bifurcation of your community. So there are cases where you got, today, what are we looking at? We got 32 people hanging out in the YouTube. If I were to pop on the Facebook, there might be 3 people over there in the Facebook. And those 3 people are isolated on the island. And now that we have it set up where you can stream to a page and your personal profile and another page and another group, like they're all independent, you can have like one person on a single platform, and that person is by themselves, and they're missing the beauty of a live stream, which is the community aspect of it. Watching you guys talk to each other in the chat, Paul saying, "Hey, Todd, what's crack-a-lacking?" That wouldn't happen if Todd was on Facebook by himself, and then he wouldn't be able to talk to Paul, and then he couldn't come back and be like, "Sup, Paul?" You know what I mean? And when Sammy said, "Hey, everyone," if he was on a particular place by himself, now Facebook doesn't allow the person in the chat by themselves to see how many other people are there. So they don't know until someone tells them. So anyway, to me, I don't think it's the best option. I get a lot of people do it when they're growing or they think it's going to help them grow. I actually think it makes you grow slower, right? Again, these are my opinions. You can do with them what you will. I don't know, but I've been live streaming since 2007. So I don't know, grain of salt, fam, grain of salt. Okay. So it's up to you guys. Whether you want to do it or not. But yes, I really believe that you shouldn't, because I believe it bifurcates your community and it leaves people, sort of butt out. Now, one way to do it, if you insist, because I get it, like all of you guys that don't have the confidence in yourself yet, and it's okay, you'll gain it sooner or later. I do believe that there is a way to do it in the sense that you say you have it on your other platform and you give notice a couple times in the beginning. Maybe you have a pop-up or you have a moderator that's in there and says, "Gang, for the best experience, you should jump over to the YouTube channel and here's the link." We leave this open so that you can find us, but it's in order for you to interact with the host and the guest, jump over to the YouTube experience and you'll have a better output. That makes more sense, right? If you're going to teach them how to do it, that's fine. But just understand, it is what it is. Because I know the hardest part about what we do here is it's so easy to get caught up in your feels. But they're not real, fam. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to people. They're not real. And yeah, it causes you more hassle than you think it's worth. Like, even we all say, for the social media platforms, if you're trying to grow your community, like, you should be on LinkedIn and TikTok and Twitter and, Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. And for a lot of people, that's a lot, right? Because they're still trying to find time to squeeze in the content that they have to make. So the reality is pick one and then get that one smoothly going. And then from that one, add another. Once you gain your momentum, then add another. But most people, how you get burnt out is trying to do them all at one time. It's an old parable about sticking the hand in a rabbit, pull out the rabbit, one rabbit, two rabbit. I don't know. I was bad at church, but you guys know what it is, right? You can't stick your hand in the hole and pull out 15 rabbits. You can get like one rabbit at a time out of the hole, whatever. So it doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. In the sense that, again, that's a good question, Will. First of all, thank you, Will, for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, that helps. But I still feel that people can you're dealing with round trip latency times between the chats because they're not on the same platform. You're dealing with here's one that a lot of people don't think about. Not having everybody in one space also messes up your monetization capability. I give you that. Okay. So the fastest way to get monetized on YouTube is to hit that 4,000 watch hours. Let's say you do 20 streams where you have your audience divided between YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and someplace else. All of those people on the other platforms do not count towards your watch time. Let me give you a second opportunity to be selfish for once, which I normally coach against, but it's also screwing up your watch time. I have finished streams and walked away with 156 hours of watch time just because I did, a 2-hour stream with 75 people on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of those things. That's one of those things. Yeah, that's a good question, Will. Now I'd have to check it out, but I really don't think so. I think back in the day when we used to have our separate chat where we all did it in an IRC, that was when it was the most fun because you knew all the people who were watching would be in one spot. So anyway, call me curmudgeon-y, but let's move on. So again, you can add multiple places. And there's a thing. Now, what I haven't tested yet, I do believe is possible. Somebody asked this question the other day. Could you do a thing where you start out on your multi-platforms, you give everybody a chance to come in and say 10 minutes in, you chop off the others? Restream does allow that. I don't know if we can do that yet. I haven't tried it, but again, I'm not the multi-streaming guy. It's not me, not a thing. But if you want to, you can. All right. So what's really cool is you can see a list of your upcoming broadcast in here, which is cool. Right now, if I try to do this, it's going to ask me, do I want to jump on this one, which I don't. But if I click on this list of upcoming, it would show me any upcoming streams that I have. Right now, you don't see that there's any. So if I were to go to this new situation again and say add another destination real quick, pick another YouTube, let it do all of the same work again. This time I will select the Ecamm channel as one of the possibilities because I should do that anyway because I will probably be doing it when I'm on the road with this bad boy. And let's allow that. And then you see, first of all, I get the warning that says, fam, you don't got that kind of bandwidth. I love the fact that they added this because the whole planet was asking for multi-streaming because they thought it was going to, give them this magic growth, but no cost. Yeah, it does cost something. You need some sick bandwidth. Mine is not going to finna let me do that. However, now that that is logged in, my upcoming should show you streams that we got popping up. You got Marshall, you got Anna and Fulgens over there. You got me doing affiliate training. You got Robin coming through. And the Flow next week. If you missed the first episode of the Flow, fam, you missed out. It was so much fun. But I love that. I love the fact that you can see all your upcoming streams in the party now. It is absolutely legit. Absolutely legit. Okay, so let's cover another thing that they added, which I think is super dope in here. Down here in the top, not down here on the top. Wait, you guys are over here. Hey, gang. Okay, up here in the top, if you drop this bad boy down, you can see there's a stream section you can turn on and off, right? We're going to cancel that. There is a record section you can turn on and off. We'll cancel that. And there is a virtual cam section, which you can turn on and off. So let me just go ahead and do that. I haven't installed virtual mic yet. Let me let that slide real quick. The best part about being able to connect to one computer with the other computer because of built-in Ecamm NDI. Come on, you see what I'm saying? Like, you can do these things on the fly. So if you want, you can turn these on and off. And where this comes into play is a lot of times if you're in the record-only mode, and Paul has absolutely hit me up and said, hey, Doc, do you know that you're live right now? No, I'm not. I'm recording a video. He's like, nah, fam, you're live. Because it was very easy to go to press record, but be on the YouTube destination or the Facebook destination. And so I'm thinking I'm recording a video and I'm accidentally sending it to the wrong spot. Probably not once or twice, bruh. I've done this tons of time. If you can, multi-streaming for marketing with an additional continued content inside your community can be a draw for paid memberships. I got it. Still never going to do that. But it makes sense, Michael. Again, the biggest multi-streaming people out there are the marketing people, because the marketing people think that spray and pray is better, right? I'm trained sniper, so I'm always going to snipe, right? Like, just maybe it's my military training screwing me up, but target acquisition is much better than spray and pray, is what it is. But anyway, do with it what you will. We finally got it in there. So yes. Can you? Oh, yes. Got you. India Del Guido. I got you. What's up, sis? Absolutely. And then let's get some more questions. I'm going to check that because I want to come back to that too. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So here, let's do something. I'm going to do something to you. All right. Let's see. Ooh, the NDI got stuck. Why? Why did you do that? Oh, I know why. Because I did this. Hold on. Let's try this trick right here. Go into output. Turn the NDI off for a second, and it should go blank. And then turn it back on. Boom, boom, boom. And then it should come back. Back, street, back. All right. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Nope. Nah, it's not working. Son of a batching, farging ice hole. All right, I got other options. Don't worry. I got a plan. Should that happen. Let's come over here. And let's move this out the way, and then come here and move this out the way. Man, why today of all the days does my technology insist on messing with me? Ain't nobody got time for that. He busy. There's Paul. Now I can hear Paul. Let me go to here. And how can I do this? How can I breathe with no air? Paul, sorry, didn't mean to leave you neglected. Oh man, it's really weird because I'm using this little guy right here to talk over through the NDI, but even on this particular one, the little guy's NDI is froze to this machine. So on this little machine, I would just restart Ecamm, and while I'm restarting Ecamm over here, I will just tell you guys stuff. How about that? That'll make life easier. Turn on live demo mode. Nope. All right, so let me quit here. Sorry, gang, hang in there tight while I redo this, and then I'll answer the question. So there was a good question from Mr. Los. Mr. Los said, does increased bitrate affect the recording quality? Not on the streaming, but we have made some adjustments to the recording quality to, in theory, bless it up a little bit. So you should see better output on your recordings anyway. But yeah, your stream, what you selected for your output streaming shouldn't affect the record quality, with the exception of if you select 1080, it does stream at 1080. And if you select 4K, it does stream at 4K. So that is a thing. That is a thing that you should be highly aware of because, well, it just is. All right, let's see. Did that work now? Let's see. All right. So, oh, I know why. I got it. There it is. Doc, you're a ding dong. All right, now we're good. Now we're cooking with Pam. So it turns out while you're doing this demo, the way I'm doing it, you might not want to turn off virtual cam. It's not a smart move. Duh. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to show India what is the sort of marker function. In your live streams, if you come up here under the recording, there is a command to just press M to add a marker and another command to say add marker with info. So stay. If I pop back over to my regularly scheduled showgram over here, and then I hit us a live demo mode, if I come up into output right now, recording, and hit add marker, it says marker added down here in the old window, right? It tells me that a marker was added. If I hit Shift M, I can say, India ask me some crazy-ish. And then bam. So now there's another marker added there. What's really cool is, of course, you know us, fam, we're going to make a button on your Stream Deck to add a marker. So again, when I'm ready to add another one, I can just hit M, it adds a marker. And as you're going on, you're talking some more, you're reading questions, you're looking at people, you're saying, what's up to folks, something cool pops up in there, right? You can come over, Keisha comes in the building. I can hit and say, I can say, command them and be like, Keisha, like these are all in there. Anyway, I didn't spell that right. But so what happens is when I end this recording, there's going to be a folder. So let me see if I can do this for a second. This may or may not work, but let me stop that for a second and then start it again and then say show the recordings folder. It pops up. If I open this bad boy here, it's not in there yet. It's going to have to wait until I'm done. But when I'm done, there'll be another text file here that has all the markers in, and it's just a straight plain Jane text file. This is going to come in handy once we get a way to do some control over this, because what I would be able to do, and I'm going to have to try to figure this out because I got an idea, is if I can make it so that when I hit that marker switch, I can put it to where Paul can hit the marker. His putting timestamps in at the end on the Ustream on the YouTube. Wow, Ustream, fam, we talking like 2009 player. It will be done because you get a text file that already has the numbers, and if you type those words in, they'll be right there. Again, Alec pointed this out in his video yesterday too. While you're live trying to type all of that, probably not a good look, but just put in the markers there. At least you know where to jump to in your editor, and it will help you a lot, I think. I think the marker thing is just dope. It's super dope. Yes, there's already a Stream Deck button to do that. So walk through having an incoming live streaming, adding one to a pre-existing show. Um, the markers are text files, so I don't think they directly import into Final Cut Pro because that's an XML format. But yeah, you still can do that. Boom, boom, boom. Keisha, are you trying to do pairs? Because, yeah, I don't understand what you mean by walk through having an incoming live stream and then adding on a pre-existing one. Are you trying to do pairs? I don't know if we do that yet. And in the times that I've played with pairs, it's a mess. I personally don't like it. Kirk and I played with it like the first day it came out. Now, it may have gotten better since then. I can't say that I know. I haven't played with pairs because the first experience was so, yeah. I was like, nah, fam, let me not do that. Don't do that. So I'm curious. I'm super curious don't do that. What about this one? There we go. I'm just making it so that Paul doesn't have to see nothing. Okay. So yeah, let me know what you mean by that. Yeah, you can use the markers live. I just did it. I was live and I just made the markers. But I don't know what you're going to do with them other than that. But yeah, the way I've always done it in the past was press record on your Rodecaster Pro, hit the markers on the Rodecaster Pro. When you import your project into Final Cut Pro, add the audio from the Rodecaster Pro. The markers are already there. You knew where everything was. So we was doing it the hard way. But yeah, super cool. It would be cool to just place the markers without descriptions and then turn your file into the assistant and they can add the descriptions. Thanks, Paul. What are you trying to say? Paul is over here giving out the instructions. But yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I'd probably just, if I know I'm going to say something good, I would just hit the M. Because you just got to be in the general vicinity. And, it's real easy to change the numbers to slide it back like 10 seconds. You can do the minus 10 seconds math in your head real quick. And then you got it. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's going to be super, super interesting. So he said, let's say you schedule a YouTube event. And then I'm trying to add a Facebook one. I don't see how to add it into multi-stream. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can do this. Hopefully this works. Okay. So let's say I'm over here trying to make the mouse come down here, but then universal control is being mean. So let's say I have an upcoming in stream. Actually, let's just go ahead and make one. Let's make a new stream. And then we're going to take out Ecamm so we don't accidentally screw something up. So I'm going to go take out the YouTube. Let's just do this right here. Test. Oi, why are you typing on the wrong keyboard, player? Test this for Keisha. All right. And then here's a description. Aloha, fam. Sup. Question. And then we're going to schedule this bad boy for, let's say, 9:00. All right. Bam, it's in there. Now, we want to grab a thumbnail. Don't have a thumbnail right now. Here, we'll just do one of these real quick. Eeny, meeny, catch a meeny. Let's do Command-Shift-3, which will give me a picture. And then I'm just going to drag that in there. Boom, thumbnail, action, ready for action. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this here stream. Before I do that, I'm going to hit Command K just so I don't get complaints. And I'm going to set this bad boy to 1080. Because sometimes Facebook be dumb when you try to give it extra stuff, right? So anyway, I'm going to take this stream right here, schedule it, gangster. Press the button. Stick them. Stick them. See, Keisha's under the impression that I tested all of this already. Nah, because here's what happened. You guys know in the Ecamm world, Glenn likes to drop betas when I'm doing something else. So when we first knew that this was coming, Glenn dropped this when I wasn't even in town and had no computer. I was on the road doing a conference and he goes, oh, this is a good place for a stick up. So I'm like, thanks, fam. Thanks. Okay, so now if I go back into upcoming, do I have a way to edit that? No, I don't see it, Case. I don't see it. So I see what you're trying to say. So you're like, if I had that one already added, could I like edit this bad boy and do something? If I press go live, it might complain if that's going to give me an option. Hold on, let me see this drop down. Nope, not a drop down there. What if I hit that? That's just my program mode. Don't do that. Come back to live mode. If I have this on upcoming, and then let me see. Is anything in here? Nope, you can just begin the live session. So you don't have a way to edit that or whatever. However, what you could possibly do, nah, that's not going to work. Nah. I don't see a way for you to edit it. So, Keisha, I don't think that's possible. And yeah, I mean, I can see why you would do that. So we're just going to have to let the guys know that you want to be able to edit it to go add another destination, because you're not changing the post that's already gone out. You're just going to add another destination. Again, not your boy. I'm not into this multi-streaming stuff. You people out here, y'all insisting. I'm telling y'all why not to do it. You're like, how do you do it anyway? Okay. This was like, I just want to hack my PlayStation. Yeah, you don't want to do that if you don't know what you're doing. No, I can do it. Hey, man, I broke my PlayStation. Can you fix it? $50. All right. So as a mode to the main when you switch from recording virtual camera, we showed that. Support scheduling broadcast on LinkedIn. So yes, you can schedule broadcast on LinkedIn. I haven't done that yet, but if you want to come over here and press new, you can say add destination, click on new, click on Neo in, and then I want to do this to my profile, not the organization in here. And then it wants me to log it in, push the finger. What? Oh, my favorite thing about this new, hold on, y'all can't see what I'm finna do. My favorite thing about this new computer is probably the fingerprint action. I'm just saying, I absolutely love it. I never really cared about it before, but now that I got it, I love it. And I have it on my little guy. What do you call that thing? The purple Mac, iMac. Like, I love it on there, but yeah, it's just kind of funny how good it really, really is. Okay, let's see. This one is the right one. Copy that. Sorry, people. Paste that in there. Press save. Okay, now it's signed in. And then close this so y'all can see the 1Password action in the background. Can you not like that? Let me come over here. Hit that. Okay, we're back in here. So now I can press whichever closest server. For me, it's going to be the west coast of the US. I go ahead and select that. And then, so now there's my LinkedIn scheduled right there. See, that's it. All right, cool. Coolio with the flow. Yeah, love it. All right, cool. So we got LinkedIn recording. We did chapter mark, saved as a text file. Oh, here's a new one. Let's come over here. Matter of fact, let's come over here to this particular screen and get you brand new up in here. All for one, brand new here. All right, we're going to come into live demo mode on this machine. If you come over to the camera effects, they have added, always had black and white, but they've added the sepia tone, right? And then you added the blur effect as well. So you can, this is good for countdown game, right? I actually like this. I personally would never use the sepia tone. I know somebody asked for it. Somebody specifically asked for it. I don't know. To me, sepia tone looks like you're out of white balance. But again, you guys know, don't ask me stuff because I'm hyper opinionated because I'm a Virgo. So I'm going to tell you about yourself. But it is kind of cool. I've always used the black and white one. And then I think it'll be kind of cool to use the black and white and a little bit of blur. This is cool for countdown action. Like, this is really cool. So I guess sepia will be good for that, but not my favorite. Anyway, that's cool. I'm glad we got that. I think that is dope. Let's see. We added the ability to send Blackmagic Decklink devices with a video output. Man, I wonder if my brother still has a Decklink upstairs. I have to dig into that. Interview mode now supports 1080 resolution for guests, which is good. I know a lot of people wanted that. I think that's going to come in handy. Record only mode now begins with a 3-second countdown. I remember way back in the day when somebody first asked about this, in my head, I'm like, why you need that? Because, hey, fam, I come from broadcast world, and we always go in 5, 4. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. You just did it in your dome. But as soon as we put it there, Felicia was like, oh, my God, Ken and Glenn, thank you guys for putting 3-second countdown. Okay, so I get it. People wanted it. And Rich told me, Doc, you're a hater because you think it's unnecessary. But I guess I'm a hater then. But I guess a lot of people will like it. If you don't have that practice built in, I fully understand now. To me, that practice is built in. Even if I never did a live tape recordings before, I've watched enough TV to watch them go roll speed. Okay, camera speed. All right, and action. So in my head, like, it was common sense, but whatever. Brand new world, brand new day, brand new people into the game. So yes, people love their 3-second countdown. To me, the countdown messes you up because it kind of goes off. One thing that I will say that you should probably look into, because I notice I do this when I edit. Luis will probably tell you I do this when I edit. When I take a break, right? So I'm going to read the copy directly off this page. I go, add support for sending video to Blacklink devices. Blacklink, see? I already messed up the first take. Add support to sending video to Blackmagic Decklink devices with video output. And then I would press pause, catch my breath, drink some water, and then come back in and go, interview mode now supports 1080 video resolution for guests. I don't know if you noticed this subtly, but if you look at it in Final Cut, the first word is always spiked. So what we used to do in recording for radio is say the end of the last line before you start the new line so you don't have spikes. Okay? So let me read this again. If you have a feature request, be sure to post it either in the Ecamm Beta Facebook group or the Beta Bunch in the Ecamm Discord server. I didn't read that correctly, but if I knew I was going to make a clean take and start again, I would be like, the Paul Duncan, Mr. Moderator says, if you have a feature request, be sure to post it in either the Ecamm Beta Facebook group or in the Beta Bunch in the Ecamm Discord server. The reason why I can't read that is because he wrote it in Greek. But the point is, if you find yourself pausing in between takes, you might want to buffer the line you're fixing with a couple of words first, just so that your volume gets back to right. Otherwise, all your stops will have a spike at the beginning. I know I do this to Luis on a regular basis, so I'm trying to tell you, don't be like me. Don't be a sausage. Oh, now Luis wants to do Western themes. Gretchen. I think it's default, Dina. I think it's just going to check their bandwidth and call it a thing. Let me see if I can pull off this countdown option. The last time what happened, people, was when I switched it to record only mode, it kind of killed my ANDI, which it shouldn't, but let me just try this. Let me say new. Don't want to do that. I'm going to turn off the stream mode for a second. Hopefully this doesn't break the old NDI. It looks good so far. All right, we're going to come over here, and then I'm going to show you what I mean. So in this record only mode, if I go to press record, at this point in time, you see the counter down there? It's 3, 2, 1. Now it's recording. So here's a curious question, Benjamin Button. If you press pause, then you take a breath and you look at the camera and you slide that eyelash back, and then you press resume. It just resumes, you see? So there's no 3-second countdown. So it's only going to be, let me finish this recording. Recording stopped. Oh, that's Zoom. I was like, where do I get that from? Okay, so notice the button down here on the bottom. When I press record, it will go 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to my MacBook Air. Look, I am recording a video for you now in my radio voice. Musicradiocreative.com. All right, anyway, so that does work. And yeah, kind of cool. I know people wanted it. I understand it. I quit. I will stop being a bitch about it. Mr. Moderator was hired for the looks. Oh, yes. I wonder, Keisha, good question. Can you turn that mess off? It's up to me. I'm turning it off. Video. Disable no. Screen. Required speed. Test again. Recording video format. Nope. I don't see it. I don't see it. I will turn that on. Clicking utility wing. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. I don't see it. Keisha, good question. I'm glad you asked that question. Now I will submit a feature request. Please allow me to turn that godforsaken countdown thingy off. Good question, Keisha. Good question. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's check in the next maneuver here. This is cool, man. It's a big list, people. We got a lot of stuff to play with to go through these things. I did mention already that record-only mode records in a higher bit rate. A higher bit rate, people, in English just means you get a better quality video. That's basically how you put it. Like back in the day, if you were looking at a standard issue DVD was putting around 5,000 kilobits per second or whatever for the video, whereas a Blu-ray will put out close to 50. And so that higher bit rate gave you higher quality. So bit rate has a lot to do with resolution as much as resolution itself. So you can have a 1920 by 1080 video that's streaming at 2500K, and it will not look as gorgeous as a 1920 by 1080 video streaming at 2800K. That's what that means. Just just ignore it. Your guests will look cuter, and your recorded videos will look cuter. End of story. Camera overlays assigned to a placeholder interview guest will no longer show a silhouette. I like this. Let me show you. Let me show you on the big screen over here. More easy. Oi. Wait, was I in live demo mode that whole time? God, you're silly. Okay, so see, everyone, I don't do because I don't want to make mistakes. Man, I live in mistakes. Life is life. You just get with it. So if I come over here and press a new camera, right? Let's switch this to tall for a second. Ba, 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 zoom, tall. Ba, ba, ba. Put my guest right here. Now, right now, if I come in here and I change this from me to a guest, look, it goes blank. Here is why that is important. If I was doing a showgram and my guests lost their internet connection, you don't get the blank silhouette now. It's just going to disappear. They'll just disappear from the screen, which is better than having an empty box like this, hoping that, someone's going to come back. So I like that feature that you don't have images in the placeholder at this time. If you say, well, what if I'm setting up my stuff and I want to make it work? Call yourself with a different phone, stick that phone in another room so you don't get the weird audio problems, and then set yourself up that way. That's an easier way to do it than to have the silhouette. I actually prefer this version. So cool. I know people will have their opinions, and more than likely what will end up happening is if enough people want it to be back, they'll give us a toggle. And okay, so why did they just put the toggle in the first place? Most of you guys go to applications with all of the buttons, and the more buttons you see, you immediately go, oh, it's the O word. So when they take the buttons away so that you don't get the O word, then you're like, well, why is there not a button to toggle it? So from a developer standpoint, it's a dang if you do, dang if you don't. Like a lot of people look at the RCP2 and go, oh my goodness, lots of buttons. That thing must be, the O word. But it's not. It's actually relatively simple. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. As a remote control section to help apps manage things that control Ecamm Live. So what they're speaking of in that particular situation is as follows. Come over here, click to my remote control. You can see that I have the old deck of loop and the deck of streams are able to control my Ecamm. So that's what that's for. Man, I pray for the day where someone can click my comments and stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. I just think so. All right. Yeah, I like that too. Paul is right. If you put all toggles there, that automatically requires you to have to make it a decision before you do it. If you take the toggles away and you just leave it that way, people are going to use it and then like it and then not be stuck with a bunch of I forgot what the word is called when you're stuck in between decisions, but I call it waffling. It's not the correct term, but yeah, you don't have to waffle as much. Add an output to mirror video to the video monitor. Okay, so let me explain this. This might be hard to show you because my video mirror is actually down here. It's a Lilliput, right? But what happens is if I come over here into this section, come down to output and select video monitor, you see I have the ability to mirror the video monitor. And what that's going to do is flip the video on my Lilliput, which in my case is bad because it's backwards because my Lilliput is already flipped. But this comes in handy for someone who is, say, using an iPad as a video monitor, right? So if you're using an iPad as a video monitor, you might not want your situation flipped. So, you might want to flip your situation because then it makes it easier. So you can now use another monitor, your confidence monitor. You can flip the output on your confidence monitor. It also comes in handy if you're like me and always point the wrong direction. Like if I wanted to point to the door, I got to do that. Now I know because I just looked at the image real quick, but just doing it by habit, I'm going to end up pointing the wrong way. So yeah, it helps. I guess it helps. And since we out here throwing out opinions, I'm going to say, iPad as a teleprompter is dope. You better off to just get a real teleprompter monitor because the iPad can do so much more things. I think it's a more valuable asset, not as a teleprompter. That's just my own personal opinion. Again, do with them as you wish. I sell them for free. Countdown overlays now include an option to count down to a current time on a current day. Let me read that again because English is not working for me today. Countdown overlays now include an option to count down to a time on the current day. Okay, so let's come back over to here. You know what, MacBook, you in the way. Move, get out the way. Ooh, I know why. Because when I went to beta, the Stream Deck switched up my buttons. That's what. Okay, now we cooking with Pam. All right, so what they're speaking on over here, click this little clocky clock. And then now when you come into the clock, you can count down for amount of time, count down to a time every day, right? So let's say we want to set this jank for 9:30 a.m. And then, so now I can have this. So here's a couple of different ways where this comes into hand. All right. Let's say I have a show that I want, this font is not a good font for counts. Anyway, well, not a big count. Let me lessen the embiggenation and then it won't be as obvious. Okay. So I want this timer to end at 9:30 because I need the show to end at 9:30. And that way I can put this somewhere and then you can see the countdown of the show. If you know this is the case, or you do a news segment at a particular time, if you're doing a daily show, or you just want to make sure that you bring on a guest at a specific time, or a sale is launching at a particular time. Speaking of sale launching at a particular time, I almost forgot something I was supposed to check today. Anyway, I hate when you do that, Big Poppy. You can set yourself up so that way this will sort of give you a run of show. And it was funny, this came up Friday in a conversation about, do we have the ability to show the length of time that a show is running? If you know you do an hour-long show, set this bad boy up for an hour after the show starts, and then just put it in your all scenes and pop it up in the corner somewhere. So this allows us to see. And so now I'm going to just leave that there because that's our way of giving ourselves a countdown. I guess in the past you could have done a 59-minute, 59-second countdown. It would have been the same thing. But hey, be that as it may. I kind of likey. Oh, man. Don't be over here looking at this stuff, Doc. Wait, you guys will find out in a second. We'll talk about that at the end if time permits. So let me leave that there and get back over. La, 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 la. Okay, comments and, calendar. Ooh, this is good. This is one of my favorite things too. Let me pop this back up real quick. Let me double check this. One of the things that they added is a calendar picker. So if you're doing this, countdown to a date and time, you can go like this. You can go like this, and then go like this, 12:00. Okay, just a quick reminder. There are 40 days, 15 hours, and 35 seconds until my birthday. Okay, so you can do that. I like that. I like the calendar picker because it makes it so much faster. Because like in the demo on Fridays, I'm forever talking about the old Christmas countdown. And so now all I got to do is do this. It's much quicker. And we know that we got 144 days and 15 hours and 10 seconds until Christmas. Okay, so I like that. That comes in handy. I really, really appreciate having that. Comments deleted by the moderators. During a YouTube or Twitch broadcast will show up deleted. Okay, so we're going to do something fantastic over here. We come to the browser, and then we're going to say, click down here. And we're going to say, okay, go ahead and let that in. Okay, so down here, I just added a comment. And normally, if you guys watch my screen over here, you'll see that it shows up down here. Now, Mr. Moderator Paul is going to be like, nah, that is pure spam, pure lies. So Mr. Paul or one of the other moderators can delete it. In the past, what would happen is someone... Oh, you can't delete me. Sorry, I'm me. He can't delete me. Hello. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it. I just remembered that he can't delete my comments because I'm me. So I'll remove the comment. And there, it says message retracted. So what normally would happen in the past in Ecamm is when you come over here, the comment is still there. And it might not work again because it's me. Let's try... Sorry, Keisha, I'm going to 86 your comment. Hold on. Let me do this. I'm going to go to Keisha's comment. Keisha knows I love him. Out of there. So, message deleted by Ducroc. All right. Now, let's see if that takes out Keisha's comment over here. See, now it says message deleted. So, this is handy because before, if one of the spam bots came in and started doing something ignorant, moderator would delete the person's comment, and then after, they wouldn't be able to get it back. You know what I mean? Like it would show up, it would still show up to the user. So the host would read the things that have already been deleted by the moderator. And that was bad because sometimes they're heinous and the host is on their game. They're just flying and they're reading stuff live on the flow. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I really appreciate that. There you go. No, we're not going to delete Dina because she might hit you, Paul. Anyway, it worked. Thanks, Dina, for being a willing participant. It absolutely worked. So I like that. And it's really cool that moderators now can save their hosts from reading comments. I've seen really bad situation where, we got the comment really quick. It was Kimberly and I, and we deleted them all. And Alicio was in his hotel. He was super tired and he read them anyway. And they were really, really bad. And because he was tired, he didn't even catch the bad part of it. And we were like, yo, we have no way of telling him stop talking about this because the person was messing with him and it was sad. So now we can get rid of that and make those things not happen. And it happens to all of us. We have all read, comments without knowing that they were intended to be heinous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's a comment from Mike Hunt. No, man. Sorry, Mike. I'm sure there's somebody. Actually, there's a police officer here. That is his actual name. I BS you not. And is he a jerk? Honey, because he probably got teased a lot as a kid. Anyway, I hope he's not listening to this, Officer Hunt. I do not own that Tacoma. Anyway, so I love this. I love this comments reaction window thing is there. It is very, very handy. Add a button to the main window to hide controls. This one's been here for a hot minute, but just want to show you right here in the top, there is a button now. Before, we would just press the command tilde and they would go away and command tilde to bring it back. But now there is literally going to hide those main controls. You can still command tilde to bring it back. Now, in the normal circumstances, you can just toggle the function key on your keyboard and that makes it go away. I have my function key on my keyboard remapped so it doesn't work. Also, people who have Logitech keyboards, you might find issues. But that's the Logitech keyboard. Just like I love this mouse, but it doesn't do transparency on overlays in Ecamm because Logitech is not sending the exact codes that Apple is expecting them to send. But not that big a deal. That was two things at the same time. New widget overlays now default to 720/30, which is cool. Do I have my widgets up here? Let me add that. It's loading. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. So if I double click this, no, man, that's the guest one. I need you to go away. Disappear. All right, cool. Now, my widget overlays. Now when you make a brand new one, it's going to do 720 over here and 30 frames per second if you ever create a new one. And that's good for certain widgets. For these type of widgets that are mostly static, it doesn't matter. On other widgets, it will make a difference. So that's there. Includes a new version of the Stream Deck plugin, which added chapter markers. Yes, absolutely love that. That is, Indy and I spoke about that. The new version also includes a Ecamm Loop Deck plugin support for choosing profile and fixes connection issues. Also helpful. What that means is the machine will absolutely, see it switched on me again. The machine will switch back and forth when you go to Ecamm. Now it will understand Loop Deck will go to the right profile. The automatic profile switching didn't used to always work and used to do weird things. Fixes the issue where live demo mode could be in low resolution. Never had that problem, but I'm glad that that's fixed. And fixes an issue where widget overlays could stop when switching between profiles. Fam, that is all of the cool new stuff in Ecamm. And I'm telling you, if you haven't done so already, you want to grab that and get there and get it. Wait, Rich had a good idea. I'll come to that in a second. Make sure you go over to ecamm.com/beta to grab it if you haven't grabbed it already. If you are an Ecamm user, it is the business. Have fun playing with it. And of course, please, for the sake, I know this is my private stream, but for the sake of being a good person on the old Ecamm, if you decide you want to speak on it, MacDime, speak on it in the beta community, not in the public community, or speak on it in the beta group and the Discord server, not in the public group, because we do not wish to confuse the muggles. You happen to be the cool kids who like playing with betas. And people always ask, is the beta stable? Man, I stream from the beta roundabout every day. Always have, always will. It is a thing. So Rich said, yes, you can share your Ecamm comments window now as an overlay and bad comments won't show. That's cool because, yeah, that gives, Paul and those guys a chance to get to them really, really quickly. So that is extremely helpful. We just solved the problem that can be an actual dangerous problem. So super, I forgot about that, Rich. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, Mr. Paul, let's keep those combos in the beta group. That's it. Anybody got more questions to talk about? I don't know why today is one of these days where my sinuses is just going crazy. It must be because there is a thunderous storm popping off around here. And I am trying not to go spend any money but I just seen something that seems kind of cool. And Frank, why they had to make it so expensive? Bumbleclot, but it looks cool. Guys, wait. Let's talk about this out loud. Say it now. Say it with me now. Yes. Repeat after me. Okay. We do not need it. Need it. And we do that. Come here. Bam. Hit that. My is the 360. I was waiting to see what they were going to drop on us today, and they just dropped this. This is a new AI-powered webcam, the Insta360 Link. This family looks legit. Legit. What are these little marker things for? Anyway, now I got to go research on why I don't want to buy this. Oh, very, very cool. Where'd it go? The link. Man, go back to the original page. Man, you know what's funny? You ever try to like navigate something when you're in the... I'm looking at the Ecamm window because it's bigger than the browser, which is all the way over there, but I'm sitting here trying to navigate it and it's not going where I wanted to go. Anyway, so it's AI-powered webcam. It's 4K resolutions. Ooh, AI tracking and gesture control. Shut up. This would be good for somebody like Kali. And I'm not telling you to spend money, Dina, but this would be good for Dina moving around in her kitchen. Right? This is super cool. Hey, Los, anytime, fam. Anytime. I believe so. I don't know. Someone has to test that out. Someone in the comment send a thing. Oh, so Dina been looking at it. See, I just told you don't need it, but you need it. Nope, elbow cough is still elbow cough, player. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. This is cool. No, I don't need this, but Dina, you just imagine walking around the kitchen and it can follow you. It's crystal clear. I do like the half-inch sensor. I wish it was a little bigger. 3/4 sensor is more of my favorite size. It means better light control. It can do HDR. Got quick focusing. Always stay in the shot. Oh, there you go. We definitely got to send this to Kali. This would be real handy for her walking around doing her exercises and whatnot. Get it. Step. 1, 2 step. Rock. Everybody out of control. Dang, what? How they got Keisha in the marketing video? Uh-oh. They just tried to do the iPhone joint. Come on. We don't need that. We do not need this. You got whiteboard mode. Oh, did he just... what? Hold up, girl. He just said, peace out, A-Town Stomp. And it automatically found those markers, and then you at the whiteboard. This is not helpful. Overhead mode. That's what I need it for. You don't even got to make it straight. Ooh, now you can do verticals, so you can, get it, get it. Oh, this is why people turn it off, it stays off. Oh, shut up. When you turn it off, it just goes down. Come on. Damn it, Dina. Why you show me stuff like that? Keisha said I'm way cuter than that. No, she did it. Wait, I just messed up my whole overlay messing with y'all. What the heck did I just do? Will it go back? Man, what the heck did you do, Doc? Lock your overlays, people. Don't be like me. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Rob, did you see that? I know you're an i360 people like me and Dina. Did you see the new Insta360 link? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, this is some heinous BS right here. Let me get rid of that. Go back to camera. Get rid of this. Bam. Get rid of this. And then what's popping? Something's missing. There it is. There it is. And then do one of these. There we go. Now we're cooking with Pam. Gang, that was cool. Thank you for coming through the Ecamm walkie-through. I appreciate you. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can drop those down in the comments below. You can also hit us up in the Beta Ecamm group on the Beta Facebook group. You get us up in the Discord. You can hit me up in the Discord, and then we'll get it twisted. But thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you. It's been real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun. And now I have to go tell myself not to buy this Insta360 webcam. But it's for research, though. Curious. All right. The audience said don't buy it. Okay, good. I just talked myself out of it. Oh, God. This is no good. This is no good. This is no good. What's up, Jax? Good to see you here. Thank you. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Glad you made it. Thank you, Val Powell. Good to see you here. And yes, it's been fantastic. Guys, you guys rock. Don't forget, we'll be back Saturday. One more game to do some more fun stuff. And then, yeah, the rest is just simply a party. So enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. Appreciate you. Aloha. Peace.
City of mine.
Why am I here?
How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.